Welcome everybody to look at another release from Imprint in the Imprint collection, and this is number 432 in the collection. That is 1963's Hood. So this is directed by Martin Ritt, who also did the really rather fantastic film The Molly Maguires, as well as The Spy Who Came In From the Cold and Hombre, which also stars our lead here. And yeah, it's a western clocking in at 112 minutes long. Had a budget of $2.4 million, but had a really rather successful box office return in the US of 10 million. And yeah, it stars Paul Newman, who was also in Hombre, as well as I've seen him in 14 other films. The likes of Cool Hand Luke, Road to Perdition, The Towering Inferno, and The Verdict being some of my favourites from him. We've also got Melvyn Douglas, who we've recently talked about via a Eureka release in the form of The Old Dark House from 1932. So I'm not going to go through his films again, but yeah, he's once again really rather great. Then you've also got Patricia Neal, who was also in the likes of The Day the Earth Stood Still, The Breaking Point, and alongside Melvyn Douglas, she was also in Ghost Story, which is one of my favourite 80s horror films. And finally, you got Brandon DeWild, who unfortunately died really rather young at the only age of 30 due to a vehicle accident, but he was fantastic in the earlier film Shane. So, Hood Bannon, a young Texas rancher who lives with his cattleman father and his hero worshipping nephew, is an amoral, cold hearted creature. When foot and mouth disease shows up in one of the elder Brannon's cows, the rebellious Hood and his respectable father find themselves at odds with each other. So, with a great cast, Paul Newman being a particular highlight, and its engaging plot, this is an overall well executed Western, although, like Track of the Cat, it's a lot more drama in this than your typical Western elements. There's no gunfights or anything like that. But it does feel like an early version of the revisionist westerns that would become so popular in the 70s. Because, like I said, it doesn't have the typical elements of a western. The cinematography is also excellent. The pacing is on point. The script is well written. The characterization is solid. The score is well done, and its themes are explored effectively as well. So, yeah, a solid 4 out of 5 from me for this film. Not my favourite from Paul Newman, nor from Martin Ritt, the director, but still a really, really solid one, and one that I do highly recommend taking a look at. So, yeah, we've got the artwork on the sleeve, and then we've got the artwork on the disc, on the case itself. And there is the disc as well with the artwork that we've already seen. And on the disc itself, we've got 1080p high definition presentation. Looks and sounds really, really rather good. Bear in mind it is in black and white, so 1080p high definition presentations only have a certain kind of limit to black and white, I find. So yeah, it looks good, but if it was on 4K, it would look a hell of a lot better. We've got audio commentary by the screenwriter and film historian C. Courtney Joyner and film historian author Julie Kurgo from 2025. Then we've got an interview with actress filmmaker Elena Douglas, granddaughter of Melvyn Douglas, also from 2025. So, yeah, a couple of insights there from experts and from those close to at least one member of the cast. So, yeah, overall, yeah, really, really good effort. Not my favourite, like I said, from either the cast or from the director, but yeah, still a really, really good one, and yeah, shows that like Paul Newman and the director and the Western genre itself could entirely be something different to what you may well be used to from either one of those. So yeah, really good effort. Like I said, 4 out of 5. But yeah, I would have liked maybe a little bit more of a satisfying conclusion, I guess. But you know, characters can only be shown to a certain extent in the space of a normal length of a film. So I guess that's why the ending is the way it is. But it is still satisfying enough for at least most of the characters. And yeah, the cast is so great and the script is so well written that I don't mind that the ending isn't quite as satisfactory as it may well could have been. But on the whole, a really, really great effort and one that is, like I said, well worth watching. But if you have seen it already, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.